This has been so hard for Kay and I.
Why all this happened? I don't know.
JJ and Tylee were last seen in the autumn of 2019, living in this East Idaho town with their mother, Lori Vallow.
Lori's been a good mom, a good wife, a good everything. Nobody could have seen this coming.
"46-year-old Lori Vallow grew up 900 miles away from Rexburg in California.
I have 5 siblings. Stacy's the oldest. Alex is my older brother. And then there's me in the middle. And then Lori. And then Summer. In high school, Lori was a cheerleader. She was popular. She had a lot of friends. She's outgoing. She can be funny. There's a lot of things that Lori has that attract people to her.
Growing up, Lori was the one in the family that everyone loved. She would take us to the movies. She would take us to amusement parks. We would always go do fun things. She was always trying to just be together as a family.
I thought she was a wonderful woman, a wonderful mother, a devout Christian. I thought she had it all.
I met Lori in 1993. She came to Austin, Texas, where I met Adam, and she was going to Baldwin Beauty School. Extremely beautiful, outgoing, lots of fun, loved attention. She probably looked in the mirror more than anybody I know, and it was a running joke in the family. She loved to look at herself. She always had drama in her life. How could you not, being married that many times?
Lori's marriages. Okay, so when Lori was in high school, she was dating a guy named Nelson. Lori ran off with Nelson and got married. I think it lasted 6 weeks, maybe longer, but Lori got that marriage annulled. Marriage number 2, Lori met a guy named Will. She got pregnant by Will. Lori and Will's baby was Colby.
It was just constant drama. Finally, she left him once Colby was born, and then she started dating Joe.
Joe was 3. They did have a baby, which was Tylee. And when Tylee was 3 is when that marriage ended.
In 2005, Lori meets 49-year-old Charles Vallow.
Lori was cutting hair in Austin, Texas. She was raising Colby and Tylee. Charles comes in and gets a haircut. They end up dating.
Seeing Charles and Lori together that first time was, they looked like they were made to be together. He was smitten right away. I was glad that they met because Charles, he had new life breathed into him.
The successful financial planner and the beautician marry in 2006. It's Charles's second time down the aisle. For Lori, number 4.
Lori also came with Colby and Tylee. And then Charles had his 2 boys as well.
The blended family settles down in the Phoenix suburbs. Meanwhile, back in Louisiana, Charles's sister Kay Woodcock and husband Larry have adopted their 7-week-old grandson, JJ. Kay's son was unable to take care of the child.
So, of course, we'll take him. We love him. We felt like we were brand new parents.
That was JJ's on the tractor that I keep at the house. The night we brought him home
From the hospital. Just so tiny and little and fragile, and we, of course, fell in love with him. How could you not?
The couple soon notice JJ has developed mental issues.
We found out he's got a challenge of autism.
Say, the driver is Pawpaw Larry Woodcock.
The driver is Pawpaw Larry Woodcock.
Say, thank you.
Thank you.
To think of raising a baby at that time with our ages seemed like it was going to be a huge challenge.
So we had many discussions about this. I was 65 years old. I'd be in my 70s by the time he got into school. Maybe it was the best. He had a younger, much more physically active couple.
That's when Charles called me one day and said, "Hey, Lori and I would love to adopt him." It was the easiest, hardest decision I've ever made.
He was our little boy. But we knew in the future it would be best for JJ.
In 2014, Charles and Lori welcomed 2-year-old JJ into their family with open arms.
The family dynamic of that relationship with those 4 children, with Charles and with Lori, it just simply came to a circle with JJ in the center of it. And it really worked well. It really did. Tylee, she loved JJ, and there was no doubt about that. Every time I ever saw them together, he was drawn to her, and she was very protective of him. She would hold him and kiss him. And Tylee was an outstanding sister to JJ.
JJ isn't the only change in Charles and Lori's life.
My family, we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Growing up, it was always really important to Lori.
Charles was raised Catholic, and after he met Lori, he got into the LDS religion and absolutely loved it. He converted, and every Sunday, Charles would go to church with Lori and the kids. He went in it full force. He was very happy in it.
For the next 4 years, the Vallow family seems like the picture of happiness. They thrive with big holiday gatherings and spectacular trips to destinations like Hawaii.
I could see that Charles really loved Lori a lot, and I could also see Lori love Charles back.
And JJ, he was flourishing, he was thriving, he was happy. It was very comforting to us to know we had made such a good decision for him.
In the fall of 2018, Charles and Lori's seemingly blissful relationship starts to fray.
Larry is a very intuitive person, and he told me, he said, hey, there's something going on with them.
I said, there's something not right. It was like her involvement had dropped, had waned.
Started telling me that something's wrong, and as time progressed, I could see things were really going south. Then that's when it all came to a head.
I think back about the outcome, and I can't figure out where the world went wrong.